Chapter 1 Robinson Crusoe. The story of Robinson Crusoe opens with the narrator introducing himself as Robinson, though he explains that his family name was corrupted by Crusoe by common usage in England. He was born in 1962 in the city of York to a respectable middle-class family. His father, a German immigrant who had settled in England after becoming prosperous in trade, had worked hard to provide his children with comfortable lives. Robinson describes his father as a wise and serious man who had retired from business to live a life of ease and reflection. From the outset, his father dreamed of seeing Robinson pursue a stable and modest career, hoping he would become a lawyer or at least follow a respectable profession. The elder Crusoe believes strongly in the virtue of what he calls the middle state, a life between extremes of poverty and wealth. This middle life, he argues, offers the greatest security and happiness, free from the miseries of poor yet safe from the temptations, dangers and ambitions of the rich. Robinson, however, feels no attraction to this settled life. From a young age, he is restless, filled with dreams of travel, adventure, and the sea. He admits to having an almost uncontrollable passion for wandering, a desire that seems to overpower all reason and duty. Despite his father's warning and his mother's pleas, Robinson longs to escape the comfort and safety of home. His father, sensing this rebellious streak, gives him a heartfelt lecture one day. He reminds Robinson of the blessings of the middle station in life: contentment, health, peace, and respectability. He warns that forsaking this path out of pride or ambition often leads to misery, suffering, and regret. His father even cites his own experience, saying he had avoided the extremes of life, found happiness in moderation. He implores Robinson to abandon any idea of going to the sea, which he views as reckless, dangerous profession chosen only by the desperate men seeking wealth or to escape from hardship. Robinson listens respectfully but remains unmoved. He admits to the feeling of guilty for defying his father's advice, but insists that some inner force keeps pulling him towards adventure. His father, seeing his persistence, grows emotional and even predicts that if Robinson pursues this course, he will never be blessed and will eventually regret his disobedience when it is too late. Robinson later recalls this moment with sorrow, acknowledging that his father's warning was prophetic, for the disasters he would suffer at sea seemed like divine punishment for his rebelliousness. Not long after this conversation, Robinson's father falls ill, and his mother renews her pleas for him to stay home and pursue a steady career. But Robinson's yearning for the sea only grows stronger. He ignores his parents' counsel entirely. Then, in September 1651, at the age of 19, Robinson secretly leaves home without telling anyone and travels to the port of Hull. There he joins a friend who is about to sail to London. Robinson sees this as the first step towards the adventurous life he desires. The ship sets sail, but almost immediately they're struck by a violent storm. The sea rages so fearlessly that Robinson, terrified, believes the ship will sink. He prays desperately, promising God that if he's spared, he will return back to his parents. After hours of terror, the storm subsides and the ship limps into the port for repairs. Robinson, shaken by the experience previously, thinks of keeping his vow and returning home. However, his companions mock his fear and convince him that storms are common and that real sailors grow used to such dangers. Shamed by their teasing and driven again by his restless ambition, Robinson abandons his resolution and decides to continue the voyage. This moment marks the beginning of the pattern of disobedience, danger, and divine warning that will shape his entire life story. This chapter sets up Crusoe's character, rebellious, adventurous, ambitious, yet naive about the dangers ahead. It also introduces the theme of divine providence, as Crusoe later interprets the storm as a warning from God, a warning he tragically ignores.